Morning. Hi. Now I'm experimenting with technology today, so we're live on the page. I've shared to the group, so I hope I can find you. So I'm just going to check that. I'm also going to show you something that I'm quite excited about in a minute. Good morning. I can see we have one friend here so far. So hello. Welcome. How you doing? Now I need to here we go. Good morning, Emma. Morning, Martin. Hi, Richard. And hi, Jenny. Do you want to see something kind of cool? So I put today, I thought 13 weeks in, I should ask the question, who has read through the link that is in the comments today to see why we're doing this stuff? Hi, Caressa. Who has just taken a little look and scanned through that document? You don't need to answer that unless you want to be teacher's pet, in which case say me. So look what I've got here. I can help you out by doing this. Woohoo! I've taken some of the document and put it into something called banners so that you don't even have to go to my website to read it. I'm just going to bring it to you. So today, as we go through the categories, it will also keep me on track because I can click some banners, which is very exciting. I hope you like my banners. The only trouble is that then I have to go back to comments, so I might get a little bit confused here. Good morning, Melanie. Hello, Natalie. Hi, Caden. Hi, Jay. Hi, Sharon. All right. So as you can see from my banner, awareness is bringing awareness to the 6 fundamentals of singing, which I haven't gone into too much detail about because these are warm-ups, not singing classes. But let's just note them. Breath, resonance, adduction, which is vocal cord closure, jaw and tongue release, and a free larynx. So we do our mindfulness exercise. Morning, Samantha. Morning, Marina. Good morning, sister. So that we can have more awareness of these areas and we can balance them. It's also about activating that sympathetic, parasympathetic nervous system so that we can feel safer and access deeper breathing and lots of other benefits, which again, let's not talk about right now because we haven't got all day. It's choir after this. Alrighty. So let's start off now. Closing your eyes, taking a deep breath in through your nose. And sighing out with a big and another deep breath in through your nose. Following the airflow in and then just a sigh out and shake everything out. So take your attention to what you can hear. So 3 things that you can hear right now. Neighbours, hum of electricity, birds, traffic, creaking floors. And take another deep breath and see if you can bring that audio as a soundscape around you without any judgment, just listening to it like a soundtrack. Taking a deep breath in. And a long breath out, emptying your lungs completely. And another deep breath in. As you imagine someone is lifting the top of your head, just creating a little length through your spine. And as we take a breath in, see if you can imagine that you are lengthening in both directions now, that the floor is slowly lowering beneath you as you feel your feet on the floor and you're gently being lifted from above. So you are creating space throughout your whole body. Let's take another deep breath in, creating more length in 2 directions. Can you imagine that the floor is just sinking down as someone lifts from above and you are growing taller and taller and longer. Let's have another one of those. Breathing in, creating length through your whole body. As you feel length from above and you feel your feet on the floor lowering beneath you. Now we want to make sure that you're not locking your knees now, trying to become tall. So whilst creating a feeling of those 2 opposing energies, the lift from above, and your feet on the floor, grounded. Let's just take your attention to your feet and make sure you're not gripping or locking your toes. So lift them up and feel the weight on the balls and the heels of your feet. And rocking back and forwards and back. With your toes lifted, seeing if you can keep your balance without using your toes right now. And to the side. And to the other side, really feeling the sensations of the floor beneath your feet. And rocking round in a circle. Feeling the contact between the floor and your feet. And bringing your attention to every little nerve on the soles of your feet. And when you get back to center, allow your weight to distribute evenly across both feet and let your toes have a wiggle and release and relax on the floor. We go back to that feeling of lift from above and the sensation of being grounded, the lengthening in both directions. But let's check your knees aren't locking now. So give them a wiggle. Take a deep breath into your knees. Imagining your thighs and your calves turning to jelly. As you breathe out, let the jelly melt to water and flow through the floor, and let the hinges and the joints all open up and tension just to release and flow away. Take your attention to your hips, breathing right into your hips, giving them a wiggle. Again, imagine that that whole area is just turned to jelly. There's no tension, there's no gripping anywhere. It's all loose. And as you breathe out, let anything melt away and run through the floor. At the base of your spine, become heavy, with a little bob to encourage that heaviness, and stretch up away from the heaviness. So encouraging those two forces, the groundedness and then the lift. And stretch up, breathe into your ribs. Really let those intercostal muscles stretch out and then just enjoy that stretch. And take it to the side and breathe into the side of your ribs. And let your ribs open up and take it to center. Give it a little lift and then take over to the other side. Breathing in again. Into those muscles. Allowing the feeling of openness. Take it to center again. Let your ribs drop. Let's breathe in and take it outwards. So imagine the cage of your ribs opening as you breathe in. Your lungs filling up to capacity. Take your arms up over your head as you breathe in. And let them drop down, but keeping that length. Let's do it again. Nice big circle. Breathing in. Let your rib cage open up. Let your lungs open up. Keep heavy in your hips and the base of your spine nice and heavy. Take your arms to here and let your head go backwards. Stretch out the front of your neck and those jaw muscles. Gently close the back teeth, press into your spine and down. And breathe into this lovely stretch, which makes it very hard to talk. See if you are tenser on one side than the other. We could probably stay here for a few minutes. Take another deep breath in. If you want to increase the stretch slightly, take your head to one side, tilt your chin up and feel it stretch a little more on one side. Give in to that stretch. Take it to center. Take it to the other side if you want to, or you can just stay center. Let the muscles give up and just release. And back to center again. Lift your shoulders up and let them drop. All right, I'm going to click another banner now, just because they're here. So this is for you who haven't clicked the link and read about why we're doing this. I've been doing some soul searching this morning to think, should I be changing things? Should I be mixing things up? I went through all the exercises to think about how I could tweak them and how I could make them better. But I actually decided that the repetition is really crucial. So these exercises weren't accidental. They were created to work these 6 areas in balance. And every time we do them, we can go deeper. so we can become more familiar and that you can have more awareness of your own body. It's also because of balance. So again, if you haven't gone to the website, here it is. I'm handing it to you on a plate, on a banner. The biggest challenge to a singer is coordinating. Active engagement and release. It's always that kind of coordination of, hey, how much of this to use, how much of this to use. So all these exercises, we can play with this balance. So let's have a look at those 6 areas very quickly. Again, this is just a warm-up. We need to go deeper into this in a class, but let's introduce you to the 6 exercises by using SOVT work. Because what's so great about SOVT work is that it just shows the body what singing should feel like. And that is my favorite way of explaining it. It's not my quote. It was a quote that one of my students gave me. She said, I feel like this is telling me how singing should feel. And that's exactly right. So let's explore that very quickly together. 6 areas. So we're going to do my favorite non-straw SOVT exercise, which you do anyway, which is your puffy cheeks. So just give a on any note you want. Let's do an F if we can together. And close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath, first of all. Area 1, the response, your connection of your breath and your body. Hold that note. And can you feel that connection with your body? It's bringing awareness to how support should feel. Put your hands on your lower ribs. Put your hand in front of your mouth and you feel that constant exhalation. That gentle stream of air and the connection here in your body. Feel how your ribs aren't collapsing, that you can feel that there's some space there. So the more you do this sound, the more it introduces you to how that connection between body and breath and sound feels. Second area, we're going to whiz through. Feeling resonance. Do this again, eyes shut. See if you can feel the vibrations in your body. Doesn't matter where at the moment, but you should feel them somewhere. Around your nose and your cheekbones. Down your sternum, in your throat. Down in your diaphragm. Within your vocal tract, between your wisdom teeth, wherever you feel them. It's an exploration. Third area, jaw release. You feel your jaw hinge releasing there. You can feel that release of those muscles. Fourth area, tongue release. Put the tip of your tongue behind your teeth and let your tongue be nice and relaxed. You don't need to use it to make this sound. You can move around now. Tongue doesn't need to get involved. Fifth area, awareness of your larynx. That back pressure of these sound waves is going to be stabilizing it. So just see if you can just put your hands here and just go up and down the scale and see if you can be aware of your own larynx. Can you feel it moving up and down? Can you add in a little bit of sob and see if you can feel that tilting action? Fifth area, vocal cord closure. So the SOVT is creating that back pressure, which is going to be aligning your vocal cords, which is why we often can't even find our register breaks when we use these exercises. All right, let's move on through our warm-up. And using these lovely banners, I can tell you that the reason we do our is this. You're learning to make a continuous flow of air that never stops through your phrase, connected to your body as you sing. The closure creates a backflow of sound waves, which aids chord reduction and can stabilize the larynx. You can all read. I don't need to read that out. Let's go. Moving down. Keep lifted. Nice loose head. Heavy base of your spine. Feel your feet on the floor. Loosen these. Awareness of resonance. Good. We move to the next exercise. Why? We've just talked about that, and I can tell you that the closure of your mouth contains the sound waves within your vocal tract. Exciting. A heightened awareness of sensations of resonance, plus all the other stuff that we just did. I think there was only 200 characters, so it wouldn't put the whole thing into that one. All right, let's go. We're going to slide up. I also want you to think about your jaw. Look, it doesn't need to work at all when you sing. There's that revelation. Hey, the jaw has no part in making sound. If you're having register breaks, go really super slow through this sliding all the way up, and having awareness of that resonance. Feeling that pressure underneath. Keep going. One more. Good. Just hop onto the comments just to see. Good morning, Mimi, and good morning, Jennifer and Mark. Hello, welcome. All right. We're going to go to the next exercise, and here we go again. Banner number whatever. We can click that. And why are we doing our ins and outs? We're exploring the benefits of an aspirate onset, awareness of your own vocal cords. This exercise is especially helpful for those who tense up before we sing, holding our breath at. For more on that, you need to go to the link that is in here because I didn't copy and paste it. I'm on it now. Let's just whiz on again. We've got I could be here all day, but you can go a bit deeper into it on the document, and I will spruce these up as well. Right, aspirate onsets. Okay. Releasing jaw, releasing tongue tension, releasing body tension, creating a ready stream of air and lowering the subglottic pressure. Bring in Misty the gorilla on our lower note. Audible sigh out. Corinne, if you're here, do not breathe in after the out breath. Everybody, there was a question yesterday about, can I take a sneaky in breath? No, you cannot. You have to sing on the continuum of that exhalation. So, no in breath. It's fighting that urge to tense up. Go as low as you can go on that note. Hello. One more. So why did there sound like a teenage boy come out just then? I think honestly, because I was just trying to read the comments and got a bit distracted about whether I was breathing in or out, or singing high or singing low. I think that's about as simple as that is. Yeah. Let's move on. Right, we're going to our woes. Woes, why? How are these banners feeling today? Do they help things? I mean, my main intention is I really want you to always understand why. It's all about giving you the information so that you can kind of be your own coaches. And I had a feeling that people probably weren't going to the website and reading about the why. So in some ways, this is me just force feeding you some information. But if it's helpful, we'll keep them up every morning so that you have some context for these. Okay, I'll let you read it yourself as we go. So I've never met a singer with 2 lower larynx. So I like to play with a 2 lower larynx to oppose that urge to have a high larynx. It's an extreme version of the techniques, needs to navigate high notes and register breaks. The emotive sobby feeling also engages your breath support and chord reduction as well. All right, so let's go. Start with an ooh. Ooh. Drop your jaw to an O and just drop it from your temples. Oh, add that W to get a bit more energy in your voice. Create that SOVT closure. Whoa, 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 whoa. And let's go low. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's add in that stop. Whoa, 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 whoa. Or just mimic that dopey sound and off we go. And whoa, 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 whoa. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good. How's that feeling? My voice is like, there's a little bit like doing its own thing today, which may just be because I had a kid's birthday party yesterday. And anybody who has ever tried to organize a kid's birthday party, even if there are no people there, just the idea of trying to make the day the most special it could possibly be for a 5-year-old, it's like very draining. And so I think there's some strange notes going to come out of me today. You have to remember that. I think this is one of the things I struggled with as a performer, is that your voice is just it's human. So sometimes it's just like it's a muscle, right? So it just doesn't always. It's not always going to do what you tell it to do. I mean, that and the fact that, again, as I keep saying, so much of your vocal anatomy is connected to your involuntary nervous system, that part that's just happening without your conscious brain. Right, we're on to our wheeze. I don't think I've put the wheeze in. So, wheeze. Okay, we'll do it. I'll pop that in for tomorrow. Let's just do some wee-wees. Oh, no, I'm going to do it. We can have a banner, can't we? Why? Oh, no, if I've got the whole tongue holding the whole that thing going on. All right, let's do that. Let's build it up. Let's go for the full wee. So we're going to start with an E. Ignore the banner at the bottom. How do I get rid of that? Hide current banner. Brilliant. There we go. The banners help. Good. You like my banners. Yes. Yes, you can find them for a reference. Adele, all the banners are copy and pasted from my website, where I put a worksheet you can follow for this whole warm-up about why and how and all the reasons. Yeah, just click that description. Let's go to our wheeze, and let's do it full, nose and finger holding and everything. So we start with an E. E. Take it to a wee. Wee, 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 wee. Now let's make sure that we put everything in the right balance. So put your finger between your teeth. Wee, 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 wee. Make yourself sound as normal as you can. So no kind of wee, 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 wee. Little oo at the beginning. Wee, 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 wee. Try and feel it ringing in your head. Turn up your treble. Wee, 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 wee. Hold your nose to check you're not nasal. Wee, 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 wee. And there should be no discernible change to your sound. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. And 1, 2, 3. Wee, 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 wee. And a 1. Wee 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 wee. Turn the treble up to 100. Wee 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 wee. Stay loose in your body. Wee 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 wee. And 1, 2. Wee 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 wee. Don't let your ribs collapse. Wee 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 wee. And last one goes wee 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 wee. Good. So that is your colour. If you need to have a little bit more of if you're sounding a little bit breathy and a bit yawny and a bit dopey, that colour we can add into the mix, into our sound studio. Right, back to banners. Which one's next? I don't have this one because we're going to do ungas originally. So I've gone a bit off map with this. We were actually going to do ungas instead of the consonants. So why don't we do that today? Let's go off map and let's unga instead of tongues, which is... I just needed an exercise to help you isolate your tongue, not use your jaw. So we've moved to consonants. I think it's slightly better, but let's just try this for today because let's mix it up. So you're going to drop your jaw and you're just going to isolate the back of your tongue. Apparently on those notes. I want you slightly tilt the top of your crown, the crown of your head up, which is just to use a little bit of opposing force to let your jaw drop. So it's not about lifting your jaw further, it's to drop, to move these two areas away from each other, like that. So slightly take your visuals up. Just the tongue. Good. Right. Wow. We went off map today. It's the first time we've changed an exercise in a long time. Finally, let us go to our haze. The original reason for putting these haze in was this. It was saying we had to do something that was connected to that primal urge to engage the body's natural knowledge of how to vocalize. The H provides an aspirate onset, and just be careful not to tense the jaw, neck, or tongue in the urge to communicate, which I think is quite important because whilst it's right to ride on emotion when you sing habitually through life, if we're someone who, when we get angry, clenches our jaw, that is going to have to be something we're going to have to work out. So you can't always just give over to these primal feelings. So let us finish off with our calling out, and just call out, but in your big hey voice. All right. Hey, 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 hey. And a 1, 2, you're calling out and you're going, hey, 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 as if you've just seen someone who's just about to step in front of a car. Hey, 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 and then you warn them on arpeggio. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 and 1, 2, watch out! Hey, 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 and a gasp on 4. Hey, 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 and 1, 2, 3, gasp. Hey, 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 and 1, 2, 3. Hey, hey, last one. Hey, hey. All right, banners. Happy banners today. All right. Thank you. Now, I also did this musical theatre choir today at 11 a.m. Musical theatre sing-along Wednesday at 7:30. Voice reel workshop Wednesday, I'm back to front, I can't point, 11 a.m. and Friday 12:30. if you want to access those, you can join our lockdown membership here. So you can you're welcome to keep doing these free warm-ups every day, but if you want to go a little bit deeper, then there are lots more classes. Did rep class as well on Friday. West End Fit, all over the place. Got loads of West End Fit that's free for members. So there's heaps of stuff going on. You can find out more here, or just ask me questions, because I think I'm confusing everyone with this membership, because there's so much going on. But basically, when you sign up for £5 a week, you can access all those classes in our members hub, and they're all available on catch up. All right. I hope you like my banners today. I'll leave that one up for the moment. And I'll just pop back to comments and thank you, everybody. Yay, like the banners. All right, really good to see you, and I'll see you at choir. I'll see you at choir for those who can make it, and if not, I'll see you here tomorrow with banners. Bye, everyone.